Hello. Hello, everyone on all platform. So, good morning, good afternoon. It's noontime here in Central Time. Just wanted to come in here and talk to you a little bit about how do you know if your nonprofit is on a calendar year or is it on fiscal year? I get this question a lot. So if you are on IG, it's better to go to YouTube or Facebook because I will be sharing screen just at the time, toward the end. I'll be doing screen sharing to show you something. But otherwise, you'll be fine. So, um, why is it important? Why is it important to know if you're nonprofit on a calendar year or on fiscal year? If you know accounting, like basic accounting, like a company or an organization can use calendar year meaning that just our calendar year, like the year starts on January 1st and end on December 31st. That's basically what it means talking about calendar year. Now, if the year starts in any month that is not January and ends at any month that is not December, then the company or organization is on fiscal year. For example, schools year starts mostly, I would say, when do they start? Starts on July 1st and ends on June 30. That's the most common for schools, any school, because it's a school year, not a calendar year. So they start again on July 1st and end on June 30. So we can say they use a fiscal year, not a calendar year. So that's the main difference between fiscal year and calendar year. So you guys want to, and this is just an example for a school, but it can be any month other than July and June. But the main thing is it's not January to December. So that's the thing. So if you're new here, if you don't know me yet, my name is Noura Al-Masri. I'm an enrolled agent and I am the nonprofit CFO. I help nonprofits increase funding. Increase funding. I'm gonna stop here. So, I'm the founder of Noura's Books, and I work with nonprofits, nonprofit consultant, and small businesses doing their taxes, doing so much more actually. So you can go to the website. You can learn much more about me and my company. So, but now, so we're gonna say, like, why is it important for you to know if your organization using calendar year or fiscal year? It is important because you want to know when do you have to file your taxes. And yes, as a nonprofit, you will have to file taxes. While it's not necessary to pay taxes, like because you might have to pay taxes, like there's certain circumstances you might have to pay taxes on income, which is not donation, but in general, if you're only getting donations, then you don't have to pay taxes on those. But you still need to file a return, which is an informational return. What are these informational return? Known as 990, because this is the form you have to complete. Now, there is like 3 different type of 990 for the charitable organizations. Actually, more than that. But the main one that everyone like know about is the 990 and e-postcard and the 990 EZ and then the 990. Based on your organization income during the year you are filing, there is a requirement to do one of these. Now, anyone can file 990, the long one, but you might be eligible for 990 EZ or 990 N card. And if you've been listening to me, you know that I don't recommend you guys file 990 easy, even when you are eligible for. But it's up to you. If you are eligible, you can totally do that, but you do not have to. So this is one thing I wanted to mention. So in order to know when do you have to file, you need to know your fiscal year or calendar year. You need to know if your organization is on fiscal year or in a calendar year. How do you know that? I'll let you know after I'll share actually my screen with you. So if you're on Instagram, go to YouTube or Facebook or LinkedIn, you can see the screen. I want to show you, you want to get your determination letter. So what is the determination letter? The determination letter is the letter you receive from the IRS when they say, yeah, congratulations, you are approved to be a tax exempt. So you can collect donations from your donors or get funds, like, you are tax exempt now. That's the main thing. So when you are tax exempt, this is the letter the IRS tell you that you are tax exempt. This is what you want to look for. So, and I'll share my screen right now so you can see. And if you are in Instagram, you will not see my screen. However, you can see it on YouTube, and other social media. So this is determination letter I pulled off IRS. And if you are in nonprofit, you should know everything you do with your nonprofit is public. Your nonprofit's documents are public. They are on the IRS website. Anyone can find it. So I just pulled a random one, and I just, I can say blacked out because I read out. So, okay. So I just, erased the information, like covered the information and read. So I can say that, I guess. So here, so this is how the determination will look like. And this section here on the right is very important. See, this one says like, this is dated, looks like they approved this organization on August 2nd. And then it says here, this is what's important, accounting period ending. Accounting period ending December 31st. When they say that, when it's December 31st, that means it is a calendar year. I see a lot of people confuse accounting period with effective dates of exemption. Now, effective date of exemption, that does not mean your year ends on that date. See, for this organization, for example, effective date of exemption was September 27 in 2021. So this is when, like, if they received any donation starting September 27, 2021, that is considered tax exempt. So they can provide that letter for the donor saying, hey, this is our EIN number and your donation is tax exempt, and then their donors can claim that in their tax return. So this is basically what it is. So don't confuse this effective date of exemption with your accounting period. What's important for your tax filing to file 990 is the accounting period, which is here for this situation, December 31st. Now, if this says under accounting period anything other than December 31st, then anything other than this date, that means you have a fiscal year. And then with that said, how do you calculate like when is your 990 due? Usually your 990 due 4 months and a half after your year end. So in this situation, they are in a calendar year, meaning December 31st, they will have to count 4 months. So January, February, March, April, and then May 15 is the due date. So the 15th of the 5th month after year end is when your 990 due. That's what I want you to understand. So in my opinion, this is the easiest way to remember it. Like just count 4 months, and then the following month, which is the 5th month, is the 15th of the following month. this is when your 990 will do. If that doesn't make sense, let me know. Actually, if you have any question, please let me know. I'll be happy to answer your question. Just type them, and if I see them from my end, I will definitely answer your questions. So that's basically what it is for this 990, the determination letter. So I'm going to stop sharing right now and just come back to you here. So if you are not ready to file your 990, you want to file for extension. And that will give you 6 months to file. So if you are in a calendar year, that means your tax return due on May 15, which means if you got an extension that gives you 6-month extension, it's now November 15. And we're talking nonprofits, guys. So don't confuse it with your business or personal return. So that's what it is. And you want to make sure you file, because there is consequences if you do not file. There is consequences if you do not file. If you do not file, you will actually be penalized. So, and if you haven't been filing and you did not get anything saying you are penalized or any consequences yet, doesn't mean you're not going to receive it. You're going to receive it. I had one, someone like actually came to me saying, okay, we need help filing 990 because it has been a disaster. They didn't even not file. They actually have someone volunteer, did their 990. And that was like a few years ago. They did their 990, but their 990 was not complete. It's incomplete. And for the IRS, if your 990 is incomplete, it means that you did not file. 2 years after the filing. So let's just say they filed in 2017. 2 years after that, like 2019, they received a letter from the IRS saying, you have to pay $5,000 as a penalty for a nonprofit. Yes, guys, don't think if you're a nonprofit, you won't have to pay. You will have to pay. So if you've been listening to me and listening to the guests that I bring, like yesterday, we just mentioned me and Holly, it's actually running a nonprofit. It's running a business. You have to run it this way. So back to our story. So they said, okay, you have to pay $5,000 as a penalty because back in 2017, you filed incomplete 990. Because why? They had someone volunteering doing that, and apparently they don't know what they're doing. So they get penalized 2 years after. So you guys want to be careful. They had to pay $5,000, and then not only that, they had to fix their status. They lost their exempt status because they have been using volunteer. So it took them a long time. It took them 3 years and a lot of money to reinstate. And there's like a lot of more consequences for that. But this is what I know I need you to go with, to get from this live today. You need to know if you are in a calendar year or fiscal year, so you know when do you have to file your 990. And you need to know what type of 990 you have to file. So know this information. If you have any question, please post them in the chat. And also you can reach out to me. I have this chat with Noura bit.ly link that you can just book a call. That's a free call that we can see if we are a good fit, so we can work together. And there's the link tree. In the link tree, you can get to also my booking link and any other link that you need to join. Like if you want to join my free masterclass, you can get there so you can know how to manage your nonprofit. Well, I see a comment here. Oh, okay. There's nothing. No, there's nothing. So, okay. So if you have a question, please let me know. If there's something you want me to talk about, let me know. I'll be happy to come on here and talk to you about it. Go check if you were not here before when I was sharing the determination letter. Go ahead and watch the replay and check it out. See what is how does it look like. Check your determination letter and make sure you know when is your year ending, so you can figure out like when do you have to file your 990. Other consequences for not filing 990, or maybe filing incomplete one, which for the IRS is not filing. Guess what? You might lose your exempt status all together, and you will need to go from the beginning, and that will be a historical information. So anyone check you out on the IRS website, they will be able to see that you lost your exempt status and the time you reinstated. So you want to make sure you don't go there. So please know when is your 990 dues, and when and have a professional do it for you. Not every accountant know what they're doing, because if some accountants, they are not tax professionals, they don't know anything about taxes, and they don't like to do it. Just because there might be an accountant on your board, it doesn't mean that they can help you with a 990. So just make sure you do everything right so you do not lose your exempt status. All right, guys, I will leave you at that today, and I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see if I can get in a certain time, but I'll try to let you know ahead of time as much as I can, so you can get your questions. Please type your question here, whatever platform you are watching from, like when we save this live. And also book a call if you need to talk to me about anything, and I'll be happy to help you. All right, guys, so talk to you soon. Again, my name is Noura Masri. I'm an enrolled agent and the nonprofit CFO. I can do your taxes since it's tax season. I can do your taxes if you're personal taxes, business taxes, and nonprofit taxes. I do much more, but just because it's tax season, I'm just going to mention taxes right now. But you can book a call and we can talk together and see how can I help you. And hopefully we'll see you soon. Just let me know what you want me to talk about, and I'll talk to you soon. If you are on YouTube, subscribe so you can be notified when I am live, and talk to you soon. Bye. Okay.